Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we finna react. Remember 1998? 1998. Good times, good times. 1990 motherfucking 8. Some good times, man. DMX dropped 2 platinum albums in the same year. Lauren London was, I mean, not Lauren London, but Lauryn Hill was on fire. Um, the sound of music was shifting into what it was going to become in the 2000s around this time. And this was the last year, I believe, Michael Jordan was a member of the Chicago Bulls. So, yeah, without further ado, man. WWE was on. Oh yeah, WWE Attitude Era was going bonkers around this time. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into this.
Feeling right now, my heart is full to bursting, except to say, I'm the king of the world!
Yeah, of course you are, Mr. Cameron. 1998 might be one of the most memorable years of the 90s. It's hard to believe that 1998 was almost 30 years ago and so much has changed since then. This was truly
Oh
one of the
yeah,
most
I forgot about Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yes, she did, sir. Yes, she did.
iconic years ever. You just had to be there. Some might consider this year to be one of the golden years of entertainment, and
Most
I might
definitely.
have to
Shout out to
agree
Will
with them.
Smith.
I turned 4 around this time, which meant I didn't get to experience this year in real time, but I am familiar with a lot of the things that happened. Speaking of, pop culture was massive back in 1998. So much big stuff happened throughout the year where everything just felt like one big event. Everything from the large budget films, to music releases, to the celebrity scandals, TV show premieres, new technology, fashion trends, crazy award show moments, and more really made
Wu-Tang
1998
is
feel
for
like
the
one of the
kids.
most eventful and influential years that we have ever experienced. This was just 2 short years before the new millennium started, in a time where things just felt so simple, and when people were more optimistic about what was to come in the near future. People seemed more positive and grounded in reality back in the 90s. Things were just more laid back and fun during this time. Like I said earlier, 1998 was a crazy year full of major pop culture moments that took the world by storm. In sports, the 1998 Olympics took place in Japan, while the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl, the Yankees won the World Series, and the Chicago Bulls won their 3rd straight championship in a row. Michael Jordan was also ranked the most valuable player during the 1997-1998 season. In technology, everyone had the latest Nokia wireless cell phone, as well as the new colorful Apple iMacs that were launched earlier that year by Steve.
No, the fuck we did not. Not everybody had an iMac. Who had an iMac? Besides rich kids and people in certain schools. Schools and rich folks had these iMacs. Niggas in the hood ain't had this shit.
Jobs. This was the year that Jerry Halliwell quit the Spice Girls during their first world tour. George Michael came out as gay during a CNN interview, and Old Dirty Bastard did this at the Grammys.
I went and bought me an outfit today that costed a lot of money today. You know what I mean? Because I figured that Wu-Tang was going to win. But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. The is good, but Wu-Tang...
R.I.P. to Old Dirty Bastard. Old Dirt McGirt, man. Wu-Tang is for the children. He talked his shit, nigga. Let that man talk his talk, man. R.I.P. to ODB, man. R.I.P. to the brother, man. Most definitely, man. That nigga was talking his talk, nigga.
Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech.
...is the best, okay?
Shut up! But one of the craziest
No,
and most
talk
talked
your
about
shit.
pop culture moments that year would have to be when former President Bill Clinton was caught in the Monica Lewinsky cheating scandal. He even went on live television and said his most infamous line, saying that he did not have sexual relations with that woman, which was so funny watching now, but at the time it was a serious headline, and we know he was lying, like, come on now.
She's a hero.
She's a woman!
1998 had to be one of the most competitive and memorable years ever for film. People were really spoiled this year with some some of the most engaging and iconic films to ever be released to the big screen. This was the year of the blockbuster as we saw massive record-breaking box office successes amongst many new rising stars and directors in Hollywood. Stars like Leonardo DiCaprio and Gwyneth Paltrow really rose to prominence this year. 1998 was a significant year for films with a wide variety of genres including comedies, science fiction, action, romance, and dramas. There were so many classic comedies that were released this year like The Waterboy with Adam Sandler, There's Something About Mary with Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz, The Truman Show with Jim Carrey.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Dr. Dolittle with Eddie Murphy, and The First Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, which was a buddy cop film that probably wouldn't be allowed by today's standards.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand
the words that are coming out of my mouth? Another popular film this year was Shakespeare in Love, which was a period romantic comedy set in the medieval era, and this movie starred Gwyneth Paltrow, Joseph Phineas and Ferb, I don't know how to say his name, as well as many others. This film helped launch newcomer Gwyneth Paltrow to the mainstream and was produced by Harvey Weinstein of all people. Crazy how the times have changed. Saving Private Ryan was also one of the most popular films of the year and became the highest grossing film about World War II until it was later surpassed by Dunkirk in 2017. A lot of people say that it's one of Steven Spielberg's best films he's ever directed and released. Unfortunately, the film got snubbed at the Oscars the following year, not winning any awards. Animated films also saw massive success this year. Pixar released their second
The Goated Orange tape, the Goated Orange VHS tape. Oh, can you go back for me, please? The Goated Orange VHS tape. If you didn't have the orange VHS tape, you was missing out, bruh.
Films also saw massive success this year. Pixar released their second full-length 3D animated film, A Bug's Life, and this movie did exceptionally well at the box office, bringing in around 306.
I say the writing was good, but the writing for this movie was really good. The story they was trying to tell was really good, but movie just, I'm not gonna lie to you, this movie just doesn't age well over time. Like, the older you get, you understand it, yes, but it just doesn't age well.
$63 million at the box office, making it the 5th highest grossing film of the year and the movie of the summer. I actually had this movie on VHS as a kid and watched it faithfully growing up. I just loved it. DreamWorks Animation released their first...
I was watching it faithfully too until my brother poured fucking juice all over it like a fucking... Ooh, man. My brother ruined so many tapes. Cause I be telling him, don't touch the tapes, I'll put them in. He be like, yo, I can put it in. I know how to put it in the VHS. No, you don't. Cause every time you put them in the wrong way, then you end up messing them up and scratching them up. You don't put them down like this. You put them up like this. You make sure you see the title. You see the picture, and you put it in, not the back. Pour juice on them, he put them in correctly, or he'll take them out and then he'll try to, and then as it's coming out, he'll grab it and try to yank it out, and then the fucking tape. Oh my god, when he fucked up my Power Rangers movie, I beat that nigga ass, bruh. I had to, bro. That nigga ripped up my Power Rangers tape, bro. That was a birthday present, bro, and you ripped that up, bro. And it was the Green Ranger saga, bro. It was the whole Green Ranger saga, bro. I had all that shit on VHS, bro. That was a birthday present, bro.
Like that, man.
No.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck!
That nigga ripped my fucking Power Rangers tape. Boy, I lost my rabbit ass mind. I beat the fuck out of him. I ain't care that I got an ass whooping. Cause as soon as after the ass whooping, I went back and I beat his ass again just for getting the ass whooping. And I got my ass whooped again. Then I got sent. After I whooped my brother ass for like the third time, my mama sent me to my dad's house. I had to stay there. For the whole weekend until I calmed down.
First two films in 1998. Ants was actually released around the same time as A Bug's Life in theaters, and let's be real, DreamWorks was being mad messy releasing a film with a similar premise around the same time, and we all know who won. On a good note, DreamWorks did redeem themselves later that year when they released The Prince of Egypt, which was critically acclaimed for its use of storytelling, voice acting, music, and animation. And this movie is just so underrated to me. It's just such a good movie, but nobody really talks about it. I might have to make a video on that later in the future. Disney also released their 36th animated feature that summer with Mulan. Mulan ended up being the 7th highest grossing film that year and another smash hit during the Disney Renaissance era. The film
I did not care for this movie at all. Tried to watch it, couldn't get into it. Too girlyish. Too girlyish for me.
Ended up being critically acclaimed and included songs like Reflection and I'll Make a Man Out of You, which are some of the best Disney songs to ever exist in my
That's a wild title for a song.
opinion. Those songs didn't have to go this hard. 1998 was also a year full of action-adventure films. This year we saw two science fiction disaster films about asteroids battle for the top spot with the release of Armageddon and Deep Impact. And both of these films did massively well at the box office, with Armageddon bringing in just a little bit more revenue. It was just a little bit more popular. Godzilla was another iconic action-adventure film released that year. It was a major blockbuster about a giant monster that migrates to New York City to nest its young, only to be attacked by the government. And this film was released
CGI is terrible.
with negative reviews, but did very well at the box office, being the 3rd highest grossing film that year. And you can't talk about 1998 in film without mentioning James Cameron's Titanic.
Oh yes we can, because we finna skip right past this. Ain't nobody come here for this bullshit.
Artist, which, speaking of,
Getting jiggy with it.
1998 had to be by far one of the most memorable and iconic years for popular music. As the 90s came to a close, we saw a lot of big releases from established and upcoming artists who really made a name for themselves. This was actually one of my favorite years for music, as many of my favorite artists were putting out some of their best work at a time where you still had to buy physical copies of albums and singles at music stores. 1998 was a year full of different genres that defined the musical landscape, including R&B, alternative, hip-hop, country, and pop. Some of the hottest songs of the year were Everybody, Backstreet's Back by the Backstreet Boys, Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith, Together Again by Janet Jackson, All My Life by Casey and JoJo, You're Still the One by Shania Twain, Truly Madly Deeply by Savage Garden, Don't Wanna Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, My All by Mariah Carey, and My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Oh, and the most important one. Stop. Drop. Shut them down, open up shop. First we had a like, oh, now they like, oh, why, baby? That's how Wolf Riders for. Oh, niggas wanna try. What? Niggas wanna die. What? Niggas wanna why? What? Niggas wanna die. All I know is pain. All I feel. Come on, man. But we can't forget about Miss Lauryn Hill, though. We cannot forget about Miss Lauryn Hill.
Heart Will Go On was actually from the Titanic soundtrack and became a global phenomenon overnight. It's also one of the highest selling singles of all time. It's easily Celine Dion's signature song and her best vocal performance in her career. Fun fact, she actually recorded this song in one take after drinking coffee in the studio. That just shows what great of a vocalist she is. Brandy and Monica's hit, The Boy Is Mine, was also a massive global chart topper this year, spending a
Yeah, it was a global chart topper that fucking started a fucking war between these two for no reason.
total of 13 uninterrupted weeks at the #1 spot, making it the song of the summer. And you couldn't go anywhere that year without hearing this song, as it got massive airplay on both the radio and TV. Around this time, the media created rumors of the two feuding. Thankfully, the two came together to shut those rumors down, and the song ended up being one of the most successful and highest-selling female duets ever in music history. This was also a really big year for Madonna, as she had a huge comeback this year with the release of her album Ray of Light, which ended up being the highest-selling album of the year, well, not counting the Titanic. And this was Madonna's comeback album as she was slowly being overshadowed by other female artists in the industry throughout the 90s. This was her most experimental album up until that point, featuring hits like Ray of Light and Frozen, which were massive pop hits that year. After a few years of leaving the Fugees, Lauryn Hill released her highly anticipated debut album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which was a massive success, selling 20 million copies worldwide. The album was a perfect blend of hip-hop, R&B, neo-soul, reggae, and funk. And this album produced many hits including X Factor and Doo-Wop That Thing, which are just some of my favorite songs. And Doo-Wop That Thing actually debuted at the #1 spot on the Hot 100 charts later that year. This album is actually regarded as one of the best and most influential debut albums of all time. And unfortunately, she hasn't released another album since then.
What? He's making fun of my shorts again.
The television landscape of 1998 was filled with so many amazing and unforgettable shows. By 1998, around 66 million Americans had cable television with at least 2 TV sets in each household. Cartoons, sitcoms, and dramas continued to dominate the market. Many new shows premiered this year, and we said goodbye to many classic TV shows that defined the 90s. Some of the hottest shows that premiered in 1998 were Charmed, Dawson's Creek, The Wild Thornberrys, Felicity, Roly Poly Oly, Cat Dog, and many more. Shows like Family Matters, Murphy Brown, and Seinfeld actually aired their last episodes this year.
Yep. Fresh Prince went out this year too.
Everyone's favorite show about nothing aired its final episode in May of that year. Seinfeld premiered its 2-part finale on NBC and ended up having a total of 76 million viewers, making it the 4th most watched finale for a television series ever. This was the year of the sitcoms. So many sitcoms were released in 1998. Most of these shows were made for a wide demographic audience targeted for teenagers, young adults, and middle-aged adults. Each of the shows were so unique and different from one another. You had variety game shows like Whose Line Is It Anyways, teen sitcoms like Cousin Skeeter on Nickelodeon, and adult sitcoms like Will and Grace, Two Guys and a Girl, and The King of Queens, which starred Kevin James. And I'm sure everybody's seen that King of Queens meme that's been trending this year. HBO aired their groundbreaking show Sex and the City this year, starring Sarah Jessica Parker. The show was about the lives of 4 women who lived in Manhattan and explored the dating scene as 30-year-old singles, and they all have a lot of
Some of y'all had no business watching this show, and you know you didn't. Your freaky ass. Your freaky ass. You know you wasn't supposed to be watching this show. Your nasty ass sitting in your mama room trying to watch the show. Mama, can I watch the show with you? No. Go in your room and watch Rugrats. Your freaky ass.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god.
I wasn't watching the show. I didn't care for it. I was not into girl shows. But as I got older, I watched this show with a girl, ironically, while clapping cheeks. But I was like, oh shit, this is kind of lit. I see why my mom was watching the show.
This was also the year that That 70s Show made its debut on our TV screens. That 70s Show was a very successful teen sitcom going on for a total of 8 seasons, focusing on the lives of a teenage friend group living in the 1970s. I've actually never seen an episode of this show, but I remember when reruns would air on Nick at Night back in the day. This show launched the careers of many successful actors like Ashton Kutcher, Wilmer Valderrama, Topher Grace, Mila Kunis, as well as many others. 1998 was definitely one of the craziest years we have ever witnessed. There were so many other moments that happened this year that I didn't mention, like Frank Sinatra's death, Halloween Town, the Game Boy Light and the Game Boy Color, Elmo's World, the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom in Orlando, the premiere of TRL on MTV.
Hey, how are ya? Nice to see ya. Doris Daly here. Welcome. September 14th, 1998. You're watching Total Request Live.
Furbies, the launch of Google, this episode of Friends.
Do you think you know I was here?
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I seriously don't know why people like this show that much, but that's another video for another day. And the debut of a then unknown Britney Spears, who exploded on the scene as the next big thing in pop music. Like I said earlier, 1998 was one of the most eventful and memorable years we've ever seen. Things were just more vibrant and fun in the 90s, and 1998 was a good example of that. It was a historical year full of iconic pop culture moments from start to finish that had a lasting impact on everyone and is still felt today.
Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best.
Facts.
Thanks for watching.
Facts. He stood on business. Shout out to ODB. But we're forgetting about one specific person, bro. One specific person from this year. I don't know why y'all not putting no. I don't know why y'all ain't putting no respect on this man's name. But we not going out like that. We not going out like that. No. I'm not finna allow the disrespect. I'm not finna allow the disrespect. Not at all. Y'all gonna put some respect on this man. On this man's name. We not gonna act like this man didn't come out this year. First we had him like, now they like, far baby. My dogs go, and y'all dogs go, and then we go. First we had him like, now they like, wow baby.
Niggas wanna try, niggas wanna lie, then niggas wonder why, niggas wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with that shit on my brain? I resort to violence, my niggas moving silence, like you don't know what our style is. New York niggas the wildest, my niggas is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. You fucking right, we did it.